we have some questions in from our listeners as well. Dave always asks people, this is from Alex from Deep in the Well.
Wow.
Is it a well or is it a trapdoor that led to a well? Who knows? Dave always asks people on his radio show who's the most famous person in their phone. So who is the most famous person in his? And also, I like this. Who is the most famous that both of you? Who is the most famous person that both of you could borrow €50 from? See, I think there's an extra level of that. That's not just
excellent.
Who could you get in contact with. Who do you trust enough to put yourself in that little bit of a kind of vulnerable position where you owe someone 50 quid? And who would you be with? Like, if you're with somebody, you could go, listen, give us a loan of 50 quid. You can't text them.
It's the texting.
Okay. I think I know your most famous person. Because I saw this question before you did. Not only do I think I know your most famous person, but I thought last night, I wonder, does my most famous person, is he more famous than your most famous person?
Okay, well, first of all, you better tell me who you think, because I'm racking
Who's
my
yours?
brain here. Well, no, you seem to have an idea.
Well, who do you think first, and then I'll say.
Okay, I'll tell you I have someone's phone number in my phone, but they're no longer with us. But they're very famous. Does that count? As in the first part of the question.
Can you get 50 quid from their grave?
No, that's the second part of the question. The first part of the question is,
Alex would suggest,
who's the most famous person in your phone?
Yeah, but there's literally no way. You could say, I have Fidel Castro's phone.
Okay, no, but I actually have this person's phone number.
Why did I think of Fidel
I don't know. Again, our references are so cutting edge.
No, your references, because you're on the radio in the middle of pop culture, pretending to be much younger than you are. I mean, you're right in it. Whereas my brain goes to, who's the most famous person? Former Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. Okay, all right, go on. Tell me so.
I have got Jack Charlton's mobile number.
Oh, wow.
Now that is pretty famous.
I played football with him once.
You see?
He taught me how to head a ball.
Jack Charlton.
I'll tell you that.
No.
Jack Charlton, one year. I loved Jack Charlton. Everybody loves Jack Charlton.
Yeah. What a hero.
Jack Charlton, once, for the comedy festival in Kilkenny, there was always a rest of the world team versus an Irish team.
That's right.
And one year, as a celebrity coach, they got Jack Charlton to do the photo call and all the rest. And we turned up to Dublin Castle.
Yeah.
And Jack Charlton said, how to head a ball, because we were heading balls and stuff, right? And of course, he was the centre half of centre halves to head a ball
in the era when footballs were £1,000.
Yeah, made of brick,
Yeah.
and post-war rationing books, and you just have the word sausages and thruppence written on your head afterwards. He said someone's going to get in contact with us going, sausages were not thruppence in 1951. He said, lick your finger right, and then put your head, touch your forehead, and then when it goes cold, when it goes, because the breeze hits it, because that's where you head the ball. That's where you head the ball.
I could lick my finger and touch it. But
listen, Jack Charlton told me to lick my finger.
Yeah,
he could have licked his own finger and seductively, somewhere between 9.5 weeks to film and the priest putting ashes on your head.
Again, the sexiest thing he can think of is a movie in the 80s.
That's how sexy it was. He could have said that to me. But so you've Jack Charlton's.
So because he was on the show, physically on the show once, which was incredible.
What a cool
Played a game called Jack versus Jack, where the answer to every single question was Jack. Took him 4 questions to figure out, and then he just looked at me and went, Jack, and won the game. And then he was on again maybe a year later, but he was at home, and his agent person emailed me his mobile number and said, call Jack on this, and you got how it? And you're like, all right, Jack.
What a legend.
So
I would have thought that he was not your biggest person in your phone.
So you're angling. You must. I don't think of who these people are.
I think Niall Horan.
Oh, okay.
Do you have Niall Horan's phone number?
Okay, so yes, but at one point I had Niall Horan's phone number because Niall Horan was a young fella who got into One Direction when he was about 16. And 16, 17, 18, he was living in London with the boys, doing whatever, traveling around the world, but he still had an Irish mobile. And for his 19th birthday, he had a golf day in Mullingar Golf Club. And he invited me, and he gave me his number, right? So I had his number in my phone. And then, I don't know, 3 years later, something big had happened with One Direction. They were doing a tour or something, and someone said, have we any way of getting in contact with any of the lads in One Direction? And I said, oh, yeah, I've Niall Horan's mobile number. And the meeting stopped immediately going, what? So I rang Niall Horan's mobile number.
Yeah.
And a Midlands fella answered the phone.
Yeah.
And he went, hello? And I was like, Niall, how are you? It's Dave here from Today FM. And I started rabbiting on about the tour and could he come on the show, whatever. And someone that just let me talk for ages. And then went, here. And he goes, I'm not Niall Horan. I don't know who you think you're ringing. And obviously Niall had given up his number and it had been taken by someone else.
Sure.
Oh, no, it definitely wasn't Niall Horan.
No. I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting Niall Horan gave you his number originally. Went, yeah, that's my number.
No, he and I had texted.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see him answer the phone? Did he answer the phone in front of you? No, there's some lad.
Actually, I wonder, there's
some lad in Kinnegad whose number you have.
But did I delete him? Do I still actually have him saved?
So
I do still have him saved in my phone. So hang on,
the old one.
No, so he then I told that story on the radio.
Okay.
And Niall's mum and dad are big fans and they listen all the time. So they rang him and said, Dave rang in your phone. So he then sent me his UK number, which I think still might be his number. So I'm not going to show, but then to the camera.
Okay.
I do have Niall Horan.
So you do have Niall Horan's
number. I have two numbers saved in there.
Can we just say that, you know, when you slag me about picking old references and all the rest, because it is the first thing that comes to my mind. Yeah. I think it's because my parents were older when they had me. Right. I think that's why. You just said that Niall Horan isn't a fan of your show. Niall Horan's mummy and dad are fans of your show.
True.
So rock and roll. Okay, so this is what I thought last night when I saw this question come in. I have I've lots of comedians.
Yes.
So I've Ardal Hanlon and I have Dara Breen and
they would be
so they're international because
no, they are.
Ardal's,
but I'm saying, can you go outside of the Irish names?
And then I went Martin O'Neill. So I thought most Celtic fans, and I looked this up last night. So Celtic, they reckon, has between 9 and 12 million fans worldwide. And I went, is Martin O'Neill more famous than Niall Horan? And then I thought, if Niall Horan has like 6 million Instagram followers, right?
You see, this is why you're out of touch.
This is what I went. If he has about 6 million, and then there's other people who know more, right?
Yeah.
So then maybe Martin O'Neill is 12 million, because a lot of say 12 million people, which is all Celtic supporters.
Yeah.
But I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
What you're doing now is looking up how many Instagram followers Niall Horan has, and this is why I'm not out of touch, because I know exactly how many followers he has, because I know that I should check these things out before.
You do.
So, but I thought, if say 12 million people, all Celtic fans know Martin O'Neill, a lot of older people who are not on Instagram might know Martin O'Neill. If you're Irish, Northern Irish, Northern football fan, a Republic of Ireland football fan he managed.
Fan of the English teams he played.
Leicester, Villa. So like, even if you're around that, so let's say you double that 12 million.
That's a big doubling.
That's 24 million. And I went, if Niall Horan has 6, 8, 9 million Instagram followers, Martin O'Neill, I win. The person I know is more famous than the person you know.
Absolutely fair.
Niall Horan has 33 million Instagram followers.
He does. Neil, he was in the biggest boy band in the world for a decade.
I know.
Like, you don't get bigger than boy bands.
No, you don't. But this is, I think, a feature for the show. This is what we should do.
Right.
Is we name someone and you try and guess how many Instagram followers they have.
That's a
brilliant. And I try and guess, and we'll see who's more in touch.
Okay.
So let's pick someone now. Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
Let's pick.
While you're thinking, will I give you another question?
Well, no, we haven't answered the 50 quid question yet.
Oh yeah. Could you borrow 50 quid from Niall Horan? Yeah, you could. You'd be with him. You'd be interviewing him for something because you could ask him.
Yeah.
I could not borrow 50 quid from Martin O'Neill.
But I think you have to text though.
Yeah.
And I'm not guaranteeing that UK number is still Niall Horan's number. So,
well, I have texted Martin O'Neill, so I've met him twice.
Okay. Do you think you could borrow 50 quid off Martin
Given that he hasn't answered the text, no.
Oh, okay, right. So no to that.
I have a feeling that Martin O'Neill's number goes to Niall Horan.
Sladdin Ginnegad.
Yeah.
I think, now if you have to say, do you know who the person is? Maybe they're not that famous, but do you know who Jack Rayner is?
Yes.
So Jack Rayner is a Hollywood movie star from Wicklow.
Yeah.
Unbelievably nice guy. Been in Transformers, Bad Sisters.
The one about, we need to talk about Richard.
Yes. Unbelievable. Sorry, and maybe not Bad Sisters, maybe the other one Eve Hewson was in America with Nicole Kidman. Anyway, brilliant actor, super nice guy.
Yeah.
And always gets back. Okay. And I wouldn't ask him much.
Yeah.
Wouldn't bother him. But every now and again might be, hey, Jack, would you want to come on the show and promote whatever you're in kind of thing. he'll always say no, but he'll get back to me. No, he's been on the show. He's been on the show.
Yeah.
But I think if I was in a pickle,
Yeah. You could ask him for
I
50 quid.
do think Jack Rayner would give me 50 quid.
Okay.
I do think there's enough of a crossover between people who we both personally know.
Okay.
Who would kind of, I think he could. I think.
Okay.